what's going on, Piston fans? Here to talk about the Detroit Pistons. I haven't made a video for a while, but been watching the games, been going to the Little Caesar Arena. Basically, the Pistons have been sucking, man. They just really bad lately. I think there's a lot of reasons. Anyways, I'm rocking here with my university shirt. Anybody look at it? University of Southern Mississippi. Nobody cares, but I'm a graduate from Southern Miss. Anyways, so let's go back to the Pistons. A lot of problems happening lately for the games of the Pistons. They're going on a losing streak. They're not able to perform. Second unit is trash. Langston Galloway is inconsistent lately. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of things going on. You can't just point the reason of the bad performance on one specific thing. I believe the first number one reason you gotta have to point at is, I would just blame it on Tom Gores. He's the owner of the Pistons. He should have really done something. He could do something, but he's not doing anything. He's the one who's making decisions. He's the one who has the power to make any moves. And I don't know why he's just sitting like this, and he doesn't really care about the team. I don't like him as an owner, and I don't really respect that what he's doing for our team. I wish he could just sell the team to another owner who can at least bring us back the days of the Pistons. I think if he's not really careful of the team, at least pay it over the luxury tax. If you're not even looking to make any move, at least sign a player and go over the luxury tax. It doesn't matter, man. Just help the team by doing that. The other reasons I would just definitely point out is this is a Stan Van Gundy team. It's not a Dwayne Casey or Ed Stefanski's team. The team is just being carried from Stan Van Gundy's last era, and I could tell you that you can see a lot of similarities between the current performance of the team and from last year, where Stan Van Gundy's era is. And I can tell you, it's not just, you can't just blame it on Casey. I see a lot of people talk about Casey, blame it on Casey. It can be definitely true, but you can't just blame it on Casey alone, because it's also Stan Van Gundy's team and the same players. We just changed a new coach, and the team is performing the same. He is the coach of the year from last year. It doesn't mean that the coach is bad. Again, you can't just blame it on the coach. You gotta have to blame it on the players. The players, they are what they are, and they cannot perform above this level. I don't think they can improve further, and this is their ceiling. And the only two players I respect on the team, Blake Griffin, man, this guy is carrying the team, and Andre Drummond, he's the second main player of our team. I think we just stick around with these two fellas and try to adjust the team. The main problem for us is the salary cap. And again, I'll go back to Tom Gores. If he's willing to sacrifice his money and give us just pay above luxury tax, we wouldn't be in this situation. We would have been able to sign a player, and even get a trade for a decent player with the luxury tax on the line. So I think one of the main problems is the salary. If we can get rid of the players such as Reggie Jackson and John Lure, we would have about 27 million in salary cap. We can sign a player. But now, it's pretty hard to trade because everybody's not really performing consistently. And even if you perform consistently, the ceiling is limited for our players. I would try to fix the salary cap in two ways. I prefer that he can go over the luxury tax and get us a player, but I don't see it happening. The other way is try to sacrifice the first round pick for a luxury cap space, and this is by trading Reggie Jackson plus the first round pick to any team for a bag of cheese. Basically, we free some cap space by trading Reggie Jackson and on our first round pick. I don't know if that's really a good choice. I don't like the second choice. I like the first choice, but I don't see us be able to trade Reggie Jackson with this contract unless we can get a bad player also in return, which I don't know if it's happening. The other option is, the third option, number 3, if you guys think about it, Reggie Jackson is making 18 million 17 million this season. I'll be making 18 million next season. We can actually release Reggie Jackson next year, and let's say pay his salary over the course of 5 years, and that'll be about $3 million a year, just like we're doing with Josh Smith right now. So we will be basically paying Reggie Jackson and Josh Smith over the next 5 years, which is not a bad choice, because you will save us some cap space, and in this way we can basically sign another player. The same thing with John Lure. I don't know if we're gonna do this, because I feel like this is the best option for us to create some cap space to re-sign some of the players such as Bullock and Stanley Johnson. And I don't really think they are really good at that point, and I think they have a more trade-in value. It's pretty tough. If I make a trade, the two players that worth a trade right now, that they have good return value, is Ish Smith and Reggie Bullock. Ish is an expiring contract, and it will be attractive for some teams. And Reggie Bullock is definitely attractive with his contract, and he's on the last season. So if we not sign in Reggie Bullock next season, I would definitely trade him. But we're not getting any good player in return, unless we're going over the luxury tax. If we're going to over the luxury tax by trading away Reggie Bullock, getting a really star caliber player, I would be okay, but it's not going to happen either. So what I would do, it's pretty hard to do that. So, I would just stick around with the team, try to reach to the first round pick and see what we can do with our first round pick. The other option is go over the luxury tax. Anyways, it's been really frustrating, man, watching the Pistons this season, and they're not really able to perform. And I've been going to the Little Caesar Arena, I've been paying money for the games, and the team is trash, basically, man. The only guy who's playing on the team is Blake. Drummond is okay, but he's not as good as last season. Last season he was an all-star. He deserved it this season. I don't know if he's going to deserve it because he's not really grabbing. I don't know. It doesn't look like in the last, especially last 10 games, he's not really the level of star player we think he is from last season. Last season, I think he did really well in January and December. I don't know, but I think that's why he's not performing in December, and he didn't do well so far in January. So I think he's not going to be probably a first round, although I really like him to be a first all-star player. I don't know. What do you guys think about the trades? Who do you think we should trade in? Everybody's talking about Dre trade for Bradley Beal. I'm not a fan of that because this is not going to fix our situation. Even if we get, think about it, if we get Bradley Beal, who's going to be on center? We don't even have a center, and Dre is the one who's holding our team in center right now. Now, I would rather have Dre, Blake, and Bradley Beal if possible, but I don't know if that's really feasible or possible. So I would like to get a point guard, and it's pretty hard to find a point guard. Speaking of the current adjustments, I don't understand why Dwayne Casey doesn't play Kyrie Thomas. The guy can shoot. He can shoot probably better than Jose Calderon for sure. I know he doesn't play, he doesn't dribble very well, and he can lose the ball sometimes, but he can come off the screen just like Langston Galloway probably, and he can shoot just like as good as I thought. I saw him, his stroke is really nice. He can shoot and he can knock it down from mid-range too. So ideally, I'd like to give him a start. Put Bruce Brown at 1 and put Kyrie Thomas at 2, or at least give Keenan Evans a shot. I understand Dwayne Casey because he doesn't really trust those rookies yet, because it's just hard for him to. I don't know. It looks like he trusts Jose Calderon more than the others, which is, I guess, it's a matter of trust issue. But I think he should give those players a chance if we really want to make the playoffs. Frustrating, man, to watch. I hope that we can fix the situation this year. If we were going to remain in a situation like that, I wouldn't even panic because we got a good first-round pick coming for us. According to the mock draft, we're in number 8 right now with the current score and the current situation. So I don't mind number 8 pick at all. But I don't know if it's going to really lead to us eventually or not. We can actually trade this 8th-round pick or for another player if we want to. So hopefully it will happen for us in the future and soon. They're going to stay positive. It is what it is. we're gonna just follow what we do. Okay. Take care, everyone. Peace.